What is WMUL? What is FM88 Sports? Two very valid questions that I'm going to get to in this video. But first off, FM88 Sports is an off branch of WMUL, a college-led radio station here at Marshall University that has been around for quite some time. I'll get into that later. But being a part of the radio station means I'm able to get involved in a lot more hands-on experience or more or less voice experience than I usually would just going through my college degree. But instead of me just sitting here explaining what goes on in FM88 Sports, why don't I just show you? Now, fair warning, this is during Thanksgiving break, so it's not the usual week-to-week experience, but I still think it gives a pretty good general basis. Now, to start off my week, we start with Saturday. I begin the first day of break doing what is 75% of being a sports broadcaster is, prep work. After prep day is over, I take my first of many hour and 15-minute long hauls back to Huntington. Once I get to Huntington, I make my way to the radio station. I have a little bit of downtime before I head off to the arena, so I work on my spotting boards a tad bit more and then finally print them off. Then me and my hold up. I gotta shut the fit real quick. All right. Hey, back to where I was. Me and my broadcast partner, Ben Anderson, make our way to the arena and set up our equipment. Pre-game show starts 30 minutes before game time, and once we wrap that up, it's time to call some Marshall women's basketball. After we're done with the broadcast, I head back to the station early because my night was far from over. So you can't just put yourself on air without someone behind the scenes doing all the work for you. That's our producer. You want to call games, you got to do the background work as well. That's exactly what I was doing for the men's basketball game that same night. Once I made it back to the station, I waddled my way over to Studio A, replacing my lovely producer, John Balgus. While producing, I started on my men's basketball spotting boards as I was coming back to Huntington in 3 days to call their next matchup. Around 10 p.m. on Sunday, I was finally done, and I could make that dreadful drive back home. Now, the next 2 days were eventful as Monday, prep work. Tuesday, defying gravity? Nope, just kidding, prep work. But on Wednesday, I finally get to put that work to use as I'd make my second drive to Huntington of the week. Again, I head my way to the radio station, somewhat of the same routine. I print my charts, get everything ready, and then make my way to the Cam Henderson Center. Once I'm inside, me and Reese Owens, my broadcast partner, get ready for pregame while both teams warm up. And once it hits 3:30, the broadcast begins, and we're on our way calling men's basketball. After the game is over, I am not producing that evening, so I make my way back home to get ready for the feast the next day. And once Thursday hits, it's a sweet day. Thanksgiving dinner with the family. While I enjoyed the food and the time together, I still had to get an interview, so I went to the person who taught me what WMUL is, a Marshall graduate and a former radio station alumni, Courtney Bess Patrick, aka my mom. In the ancient times, you were a part of WMUL. What is your favorite memory or favorite part of being a part of that radio community?
Ancient times does not consist of the early 2000s. However, both of what I would take away, my favorite parts, was just a group of people that came together with an end goal in mind. They supported each other. I developed friendships that 25 years ago I still have today. And even though this job, this career takes you all across states, you're still able to remain friends.
And this is my first semester being a part of the WMUL community. What are you most excited for about me?
That you get to experience this. Like, it brings nothing but joy to my heart that you are going to be giving more opportunities just because it has grown in 25 years. Watching you do what you do, knowing that you have the grit and the gut and you want, and that's something that you and I will always be linked together as an alumni at WMUL and a current student.
Thank you. Go WMUL. After I got so full I couldn't move on my Friday, I spent the time just relaxing, taking the day off. But we got back to it on Saturday, so the busiest day of the week because it's Marshall football game day. Now, even though I'm not calling the game, I still am doing my part as I was producing Marshall versus Georgia Southern in their last matchup of the season. Producing doesn't mean you have no speaking time, though, as during the halftime break, I gave my halftime scoreboard update. But after that, it was smooth sailing to finish out the day and to finish out Thanksgiving break. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, this convinces someone out there to join the WMUL family. And for FM88 Sports, I'm Ethan Patrick.